my go-to recipe for when I don't want to be in the kitchen very long, but I want a fancy light meal. Hi, I'm Becca, Fork in the Kitchen, helping you make meatless meals that everyone will love. And today we are making this one-pot orecchiette pasta with broccolini and sun-dried tomatoes. It is so good and ready in just about 25 minutes. Let's get started. For this recipe, use a large skillet or Dutch oven. You want something that's big enough so it can hold the pasta and all of the liquid. Heat it over medium heat, and we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and some olive oil. Now you can use regular olive oil, but if you're using sun-dried tomatoes that have been packed in oil, I like to add it instead. Now that the butter is melted, we're gonna add our diced yellow onion, some finely chopped garlic, you could also use minced garlic, and our broccolini. Broccolini is essentially like baby broccoli. The stems are really tender, so they're really nice and delicate to eat. Go ahead and chop it into about 1-inch pieces for this pasta recipe. I also like to add a pinch of red pepper flakes. They just add a really nice depth of flavor to the pasta. It's not overly spicy, it just gives them this extra like, what was that? And of course, a pinch of salt. We're gonna keep adding that throughout to just layer in that flavor. All right, they've sauteed and softened for a few minutes. Now we're gonna add our sun-dried tomatoes. As I mentioned, I recommend buying them packed in oil because they're just extra juicy. And if they're already julienned, that will save you some time. So in go the sun-dried tomatoes. We're gonna add our orecchiette pasta and the vegetable stock. Cooking this one-pot pasta and vegetable stock, really make sure that it has a lot of flavor. And don't forget an added pinch of salt. Just like you'd salt your pasta water, we want to make sure that there's enough salt in this recipe as the pasta absorbs it. So make sure that you are probably adding a little more than you actually think you need. Bring it to a low simmer and cook it until al dente, which is about 11 to 13 minutes, but check your package directions to confirm the time. Make sure you stir the pasta frequently so that it cooks evenly. And now when it's close, go ahead and try a bite. We're looking for an al dente noodle, which means there's still a little bit of a bite there, but it's not undercooked. It's perfect. So turn off the heat or just totally remove it from your stovetop. And we're gonna stir in some Parmesan cheese and the rest of the butter. Go ahead and stir that in until it's melted. And just like that, dinner is served. I love to garnish any pasta with a little grated Parmesan cheese and of course, fresh herbs. I'm using a little chopped parsley today, but fresh basil would also be delicious. Now for the best part. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I get a little bit of everything. Oh my goodness, that sauce that it turns into, it really thickens up from the pasta. It's so creamy, it's so luxurious. Oh my gosh, and these bits of broccolini and the chewy sun-dried tomatoes, it's perfection. I feel like I'm at a restaurant. I'll see you back here next week for another meatless meal that everyone will love. Until then, happy eating. Drop, done.
Orecchiette.
Orecchiette. Okay, it's really hot.